Okay, guys, today we're gonna be grinding out the season. This season's really easy and quite easy to like for new players to do. The first thing that you have to do is you have to go ahead and make fishing rods, and these can be made with ease. I'll just show it to you guys. Make 2 to 3 fishing rods first, and then come to the season zone. So here you can make fishing rods right over here. They're really easy to craft. The iron ore and everything else is really easy. So all you have to do is go ahead and collect. You have to do these normal things such as like telling and accepting all the quests. So once you do this, and then there's a side season as well, but this one I don't feel is crazily worth it. Anyway, so what we're gonna do first is we're gonna collect our first words, and now to do this season, it completely revolves around fishing. So you're gonna go ahead, cast your net, and you can see on the side, see when it becomes blue, tap it. That's the entire job. Now you can't eat the fish, you can just go near the stable here and you can fillet and you can get this, see, in various stuff. And now with this you can make the season lure, which you need to get ghost fish. Alright, and with that ghost fish you can also get a bunch of other stuff to make these various potions. The one I most recommend is this thing for a protector because it's really powerful. Anyway, so what we want to do here is, so now you go ahead and you fillet many fish, and you can only get the season stuff using that season lure. We have one of them, so I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna do some more fishing. So fishing is really damn easy as long as it takes around 10 seconds to catch a fish. Sometimes yeah, sometimes you can get random gunk like this slurry, yeah. So this stuff is not really useful, but I think one or two recipes require it. So you just gotta be careful. Anyway, what you do is you stand around, and it's a very chill season that's really like user slash like beginner friendly because you don't really need anything to do the season, and the rewards are pretty good honestly. There you go, we got another fish. So what we're gonna go down now is we're gonna go ahead, okay, this one. We didn't get anything useful this time. So now what we're gonna do is just use the season lure, right? So the season lure practically gives you the season lure. It practically gives you. It has a duration of like 3 minutes, and you want to go ahead and use it in a red or yellow zone. So I'm personally just gonna go over to red forest, right? So this has a duration of 3 minutes. Sorry, 5 minutes. All right. So the thing about this is, first of all, we're using Thrasher 2 and one of these blue weapons because I prefer using like Thrasher 2 and my crack weapons when I'm doing season. So now what we're gonna do is always go in solo because I don't have a family. We're getting members. We have 2 more slots actually. Our first member is gonna join tomorrow, I think. So what we're gonna do now is very simple. We're gonna walk into the zone, and now you want to run around. See, this is the thing for the other sea, like the thunderwood thing. So you can always remember that. So you reach a fishing spot. There's one fishing spot in a zone, and you can start. So you can do it normally without the lure, or you can do it with the lure. So when you use the lure, you can get ghost fish, all right, which you used to do a season, and one ghost fish is 35 season points. So we're gonna have to collect quite a lot of ghost fish, but since the season's so easy, it's quite all right. So there you go, that's our first ghost fish. So one season lure, it practically gives you 3 chances with the season lure, which is practically 3 chances to catch the ghost fish. Now, even when you are using a season lure, sometimes you can get like normal fish and like random trash and stuff like that. Okay, we're getting lucky this time around. See, there you go. 2 chances, 2 or 3 chances, and it usually goes. Alright? So now that we got our first two this thing like fish, what we're gonna do is actually I'm gonna sit around here and finish some more fishing because we anyways have to go back there and fillet some more fish. So in these random zones, even without the lure, you can see there. We just caught a yeah, we got caught a pike. So what you want to do is gather up these kind of fish, and you can use these fish to go ahead and fillet. There you go. There's more garbage there. Okay, so we're just gonna sit here, and you're gonna sit here, and like, and each fishing spot, it has you can fish in it 3 times. All right, and when you're using no lure, you have a higher chance of getting random gunk and stuff. And if you're using what is it? If you're not using any kind of lure, you won't get these ghost fish from it. So that's also another thing. So the entire season is practically going into such zones, running around for a couple of seconds, finding the central location, and you just want to go ahead and grind it out. So now we're just gonna go ahead and kill a couple of mobs. Now this does come in. There is a like PvP element of this because all the work here is done in of course PvP zones. So you want to be more careful here, which is why I'm equipped like a blue weapon and stuff. Anyway, I'm just clearing out some basic mobs around here. There. So now we're gonna go ahead and continue on in our peaceful fishing. Now you always wanna bring along more fishing. Like it's better you have more of these than less because they're really cheap to make. And see, if you don't tap it at the right time when it's blue, then it says the fish is off and you don't get any fish. And if you're using a season lure, it's even worse because then you just waste one of your chances with the lure. So there you go, and we're gonna go ahead and do here. So each zone only has one of these, so you have to be careful, and you can pretty easily see, understand. Like there have been players in here. If you see that the zones one and only this thing, like one and only fish pond here, has already been used, then you can definitely understand that. So what you're gonna do is now that you've grinded out your fish, and you've like got some extra fish and you season fish, what you're gonna do is go over to the season zone now. Let's hope my horse doesn't. Oh, my horse will have for sure. All right. So now we're practically just gonna go back over to the season zone. Each one of these is worth 35 points. You always want to bring a few of these extra fishing rods. This is just the gunk and all the stuff that we've got. Don't like delete this because it can be used in some recipes. I'm pretty sure this can't be used in any recipes, now this can, but anyway, we might as well at this point. So you're gonna go ahead into the season zone and you're gonna go ahead and give these fishing for points. So usually, I think the daily amount of season points, I'm not sure yet. I think it's around 150 or 175 or something. So it's practically a couple of fish, which is you can practically do the season every day in around 20 minutes, and that too anyone can. That's the big thing here. So yeah, that's an extra 70 points or so. So you can see here, just shown right here, 35 points for one of these fish. We gave him 70 points or so down. So there you go. That's the season right there. It's really easy. We can get lots of stuff from the season because we're new, and seasons are the best way practically to progress if you're a new player. And now the side season is very different because for the side season you got to go ahead and for the side season you got to go ahead and use other lures to get these sparkle fish and grandel. And honestly, I don't care about the alpha stag in the end that much, which is why I'm not particularly going for it. So, okay, we did it 3 times and we didn't get a single piece of fish today, but that's alright. We're just gonna go over here and we're gonna just fish normally. And each of the spots over here, they only have one chance to go at. I think you would have noticed that in the beginning, but yeah, here you only have one chance to go at it. Let's hope we catch one of the other fish because for some reason these don't seem to be giving me any other, what is it, fish flesh. There you go, we got one. So now this is practically the entire season, guys. It's really easy, it's really beginner friendly, and as long as you don't meet too many people or go into like friend zones, you will be completely fine. And really anybody can run this season because even if your level's high and you're poor or weak, it doesn't really matter because everything is just in the normal zones, so it's not crazy difficult. And you use these lean fish fillets to make the season lure. And that's about it, guys. That's the entirety of the season for you. Really easy. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up grinding. So see you guys tomorrow. All right.